got free, the king back now. Don't even know how to act now. Hit the club, get before I sat down. Still ballin', money stacked tall and shack now. Still push a button to let the roof on the lag down. I'm on the road doing shows, put my Mac down. Mississippi to Philly, Albuquerque to Chat-Town. I got the crowd yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All my hot girls yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All the dope boys yelling, bring 'em out.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at what's now known as Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go now.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
Well, this defense certainly knows they're going to have their hands full trying to slow down this passing game. Here's an example on the very first play from scrimmage. I think we'll see some different looks, maybe some pressure from different places, but it didn't work there, and it's a quick first down.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. You talk about this Bengals defense. Now, they've been a very good unit against the pass, defending at 5th best in the league.
And, hey, they were stingy in the opener, didn't allow much of anything at all through the air, so now they come into week 2 saying, hey, let's see if we can do even better. Let's go ahead and get to that number 1 spot.
It's brought in by Wilson. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
We'll get that complete to Vele. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a 1st down. He'll look to throw. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Donald Parham, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bucs get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 24.
Here we go. Dot.
And they'll begin here with a run by Brown. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Well, this defense for the Bucs, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
He'll look underneath and finds Brown. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. The Bengals had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
11.
They'll give this up the middle to Brown. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
You look at this defense for Tampa Bay.
They were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
So from just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 9.
In motion, the tight end. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it.
That one taken in by T. Higgins.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
Here we go. 12.
Now Burrow. And that will be incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th.
12.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
And the Bucs are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their effort.
And this will be caught at the 30. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 53 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll look to throw here. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. From the 5 now, 2nd and a yard. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Bucs go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Here's a 2nd down and 7 from the 37.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
On 1, ready?
Now a 2nd and 10.
Now it's Burrow. This will be caught by Brown. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here's 3rd and 3.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to fire one, corner of the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. T. Higgins, 35 yards. And the Bengals are back within a score.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that'll make our score 14-7.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Here's a 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That one a first down pickup of 8. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have.
Over the middle, he finds Bailey.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Here now a 3rd down and 8.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now it's Burrow. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Burrow will throw. Open man is Higgins. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to us.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Jamar Chase
in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Bengals have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half.
Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And able to break. Way to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Bro, can you press pause? Bro, I had it on pause. I'm trying to change this diaper real quick.
Was at halftime.
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best. And win one for us.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Here we go, here we go.
From the 43, here's a 2nd and 5.
They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown.
And he'll be tackled at the 45 following a gain of just 2.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized.
3rd and 3.
looking to pass. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Gun. Got. 11 mighty. Got.
Shotgun handoff to Brown here. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse.
Here we go.
And I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
11. Got.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Now a short one to Gesicki. Shedding defenders at the 15. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 12-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Burrow now off the bootleg. He'll buy some time right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
And in the second half of a tie game, every decision gets magnified. And here, if he forces this ball, it could be intercepted. So that's the prudent play to just airmail it out of bounds.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Got.
Here's Burrow. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Here we go. 11 Thomas. 11 MT Tank. 11 MT Tank. Got.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. To the right side and intercepted. And the Buccaneers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
2nd and 4. That's complete to the fullback, Ricard. So the completion gets him just a yard, and it's 3rd and 4 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And that one will skip out of bounds as the linesman will mark this thing right at the 15-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
Here we go, here we go.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
They'll set up to throw.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Burrow.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Gun. 11.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
Yaya Diaby. He's the one who got in there. He gets the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
1-1, ready?
Before they can snap it, time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
11 MT. 11. Stop.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Dancing to his left.
Now Burrow loses the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Here we go.
So they recover their own fumble. Now they face 3rd and short.
Stop.
He'll look to throw.
That is caught. And he is going to have a Bengals first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Now a give left side, Brown with it. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
43 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
They've kept him in check until that run. That's the first time he's really gotten loose in this game.
And they have to keep that in mind. Don't dwell on the fact that he finally had a big run. You kind of are counting on that as the game went on. Get back to what you were doing before. Start limiting him again.
Now Burrow.
Open man is Chase, complete.
Bro, you ain't read the rules, bro.
Inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 25 yards there.
That RPO wheel shit, bro.
And partner, to tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
The most. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead. No, I see it. I see the play. We ban motion wheel routes, but go ahead, bro.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Go ahead. No, you good.
This is Brown going up the middle. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
To throw on 2nd and 6.
Burrow. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
So they need 6 yards here on third down. They're 2 for 2 on third down tries so far on this drive. He'll drop to throw. Man open left side is Brown. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
McPherson's kick is good.
And they take a 17-14 lead.
So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the fourth quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Back to throw now on first down. Buying time to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Trying to get away, but could not. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. Looking to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 43. They're going to look to throw. He completes it right side to White. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth.
Here's second and a yard.
Now back to throw.
He's into space past the 25.
And down to the 7-yard line. And now all of a sudden the shoe's kind of on the other foot. Maybe you pull the reins back here a bit?
Yeah, a little bit, because you got to make sure that you don't score too quickly.
Now first and goal. Handoff running left, Irving.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends.
Irving is going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
This crowd doing all they can. Here's 3rd and goal.
Back to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the Bengals have just about sewn up this football game.
On one, ready?
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And Burrow going to change the play.
11 MT tank. 11 MT tank.
3rd down. Here's Brown. And he will have a Bengals 1st down. And it's celebration time on that sideline. And they've earned it.
10 yards is the pickup there, and that should just about put a bow on this one.
Brandon, they're still in the
No, I thought it was a RPO wheel, but we don't really be allowing the motion wheels. You can do motion plays all you can do motion plays all you want, as long as it ain't an RPO wheel. You good? Yeah, just keep because that shit broken like a motherfucker. So we just be trying to limit the broken plays in the league. But you can run your motion plays though, like a motherfucker. You just that RPO wheel. Yeah, that's the only thing. No, you straight though. What's up?
Well, this is one of those games where if you win it, it feels extra special. But to lose a close one like this, Charles, remember where they didn't score any points in the 2nd half. That has to sting a bit more.
Absolutely, and I really think that they're going to spend so much time pouring over this game film, trying to figure out where their calls went wrong, how they didn't execute on certain plays. They were so close. Yeah, this one's going to linger for a little while as they try and diagnose this loss.
So for the Bengals, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.